The echo of laughter down the school hallway wasn't from joy, it was from cruelty. And Principal Margaret Hill heard it every day, yet chose silence. She had rules, she had a reputation, and she believed discipline was for the weak. Until one morning, her own son stumbled into her office, bloodied, trembling, and broken, whispering the same words she'd ignored for years, "They won't stop hurting me." The small suburban town of Lincoln Valley took pride in its prestigious middle school, Ridgewood Academy. Parents boasted of its discipline and excellence, and at the heart of it all stood Principal Margaret Hill, a woman known for her iron control and emotionless professionalism. Her sharp suits, tight bun, and calm authority made her seem untouchable. She often said, "School is preparation for the real world, and the real world isn't kind." So, when students came crying about being teased, she'd offer her usual advice: learn to stand up for yourself. Don't rely on adults to fight your battles. Teachers would sigh quietly behind closed doors, but no one dared challenge her. After all, she produced top grades, perfect attendance, and the kind of order the school board adored. But not everyone was thriving. Emily Carter, a shy 13-year-old, was one of the quieter kids at Ridgewood. Her family had recently moved from another state, and her thrift store clothes and thick glasses made her an easy target. A group of popular students, led by a boy named Brandon, made her life miserable. They tripped her in the hallway, mocked her stutter, and spread rumors about her smell and home life. Her mother, Lydia Carter, tried to intervene. She wrote emails, scheduled meetings, and even caught Margaret outside her office one day. "Please," Lydia begged. "My daughter is falling apart. She cries herself to sleep. Can't you do something?" Margaret offered a tight smile. "I understand, Mrs. Carter. But middle school can be tough for everyone. Emily needs to learn resilience." Resilience. That word became Lydia's nightmare. Weeks passed. The bullying worsened. Emily began skipping lunch, hiding in the library, and her grades slipped. One afternoon, a cruel prank, her backpack thrown into the boys' bathroom and filmed for social media, went viral among the students. When Lydia demanded the bullies be punished, Margaret gave her rehearsed line: "There's no concrete evidence linking any particular student. We can't act on rumors." That night, Lydia withdrew her daughter from Ridgewood Academy. Before leaving, she told Margaret coldly, "One day, you'll understand. When it's your child." Margaret brushed it off. She didn't believe in sentimental warnings. Life moved on, or so she thought. Margaret's son, Noah Hill, was starting his first year of high school at Ridgewood. He was quiet, artistic, and loved sketching in his notebook. He wasn't like the athletes or loud, confident kids his mother admired. He preferred peace and solitude. But soon, whispers began. Students mocked him for being the principal's boy. They said he got special treatment. Some even vandalized his locker with crude drawings. At first, Noah didn't tell his mother. He didn't want to disappoint her. But the bullying grew. The same boys who once tormented Emily now targeted him, Brandon's group, only older and meaner. They shoved him in the halls, stole his sketchbook, posted humiliating memes about him online. One of them even locked him in a supply closet after school. He sat in the dark for an hour before a janitor found him. When he finally came home, Noah looked pale and broken. He couldn't eat. He couldn't sleep. His mother noticed the change but dismissed it. "You just need to toughen up," she told him gently. "You can't let them see they're getting to you." But that night, Noah's tears stained his pillow, just like Emily Carter's once had. It happened on a rainy Friday. Margaret was in a staff meeting when her secretary burst in, pale-faced. "Margaret, it's Noah. He'd been found in the boys' bathroom, beaten badly, his glasses broken, his sketchbook ripped to shreds." The same boys were laughing as they ran away, recording the scene on their phones. Margaret froze. The world tilted. Her professional mask shattered. She rushed to the infirmary where her son sat trembling, eyes red, whispering, "They said you wouldn't do anything. That you never do." Her knees buckled. Those words stabbed deeper than any accusation ever could. That weekend, Margaret sat alone in Noah's room, flipping through the torn pages of his sketchbook. She saw drawings of lonely hallways, mocking faces, and a dark figure standing helplessly, a figure that looked a lot like her. Guilt drowned her. Every ignored complaint, every mother she brushed off, every child she told to be strong, it all came flooding back. She realized she had failed not just those children, she had failed her own son. On Monday, Ridgewood Academy saw a different Principal Hill. Her heels didn't click with the same cold confidence. Her face carried no forced smile, only determination. She called an emergency assembly. Students murmured, expecting another lecture on rules and discipline. Instead, Margaret stepped up to the microphone, her voice trembling slightly. "For years," she began, "I have believed that ignoring cruelty would make students stronger. I was wrong." Silence swept the room. She took a deep breath. "Last week, my own son became the victim of bullying, here, in this school. And in that moment, I saw the pain I had ignored in so many of you. I failed you. I failed as a leader and as a mother." Teachers watched in stunned silence. Some students lowered their heads, tears glimmering. From that day forward, everything changed. Margaret implemented a zero-tolerance bullying policy. Anonymous reporting boxes were placed in every hallway. Counselors were hired to provide emotional support. Weekly, kindness sessions encouraged students to speak about empathy and respect. But most importantly, Margaret began listening. When students came to her, she didn't dismiss them. She heard them, really heard them. Months passed, and the school's culture transformed. Students who once hid now felt safe. Even Brandon, the former bully, was made to face his actions. Instead of expelling him, Margaret invited him to speak with victims, to hear their stories, to understand the damage he caused. The boy broke down in tears during one session, confessing that he bullied others because he was bullied by his older brother at home. For the first time, compassion replaced punishment. Healing replaced fear. Noah slowly recovered. He began smiling again, drawing again. This time, his sketches showed hope, kids helping each other, hands reaching out instead of pushing away. One afternoon, Margaret found him sitting in the art room surrounded by other students. They were working on a mural together, a huge, colorful painting of a phoenix rising from ashes. When she asked what it meant, Noah smiled softly. "It means we all get to start over, Mom." Tears welled in her eyes. For the first time in years, she didn't hide them. Margaret learned that leadership isn't about control, it's about compassion. And sometimes, it takes heartbreak to open a heart that's been closed for too long. She now visits classrooms every week, asking students one simple question: how are you really doing? And the walls that once echoed with cruel laughter now echo with laughter of friendship and respect. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. No child deserves to suffer in silence, and no parent should wait until it's too late to care. Tell us in the comments, what would you do if you were in Principal Hill's place? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Heartfelt Tales, where every story reminds us that kindness is the strongest lesson of all.